You're going to be putting a fingerprint on one microscope slide with a clean finger twice, two separate slides. You're going to use one for vacuum supergluing and the other one for heat and humidity supergluing. Then you're going to grease up, you know, do all kinds of stuff to get, and don't just go like this and do that and kind of rub your hands together, kind of spread it out nice and even. And then you're going to do the same thing with two other slides. Then you're going to go back in the back room with TAs, and they're going to show you how to do the heat and humidity supergluing, and then they're also going to show you how to do vacuum supergluing. Now those are for non-porous surfaces, but supergluing can also be used for porous surfaces as well if the porous surface has a hard finish on it. Now one of the surfaces that has a hard finish on it that would be unexpected is newspapers. Newspapers actually have sort of a glossy, they don't absorb print residue very easily, so they kind of sit in the surface. Magazine covers are also another type of glossy finish that doesn't absorb fingerprint print residue easily. So you can dust them. You can dust them with fluorescent powder for a multicolored background to get differences in color. But you can also superglue them. And then you can superglue them, and then you can stain them however you want to stain them. Now you can't stain them with a stain that you dip into a liquid, because the liquid will get into the paper and will give you a background that will have no contrast. So you're going to want to dust the superglue prints with either powder, a contrasting powder, or fluorescent powder. But you can superglue those kinds of surfaces.
The whole premise behind the supergluing technique is you guys will actually get one of these tin containers from up, or aluminum containers from up here. The cyanoacrylate will always be here. There's an explanation on the chemical process, or the chemical reaction that the cyanoacrylate undergoes in order for the reaction to work. If you guys want to look at it, I know Dr. Shaler is going to ask you about it. So what actually happens is we'll place the cyanoacrylate on a heating mantle we have in here. One other thing you'll need before you start is want to get a black fingerprint card, and you'll want to put an oily print on here. It'll act as your control, so you'll be able to see how the prints are coming along on your slides. And what you'll want to do is you'll actually want to hang it up with a clip up top. Once the cyanoacrylate actually heats up and starts to turn into a vapor, it'll complex with the carboxylic acids in your fingerprint. And when it actually polymerizes onto the fingerprint, then it'll create a polymer of just lipids and everything. So you guys will either be able to fluorescently dye them, be able to use fingerprint powder, or you'll be able to use another solution, I think it's the basic yellow 40, to create another type of fluorescent print. So if you guys want to go ahead and bring up your clean microscope slides. One thing you do have to watch for is the process is very sensitive, so you always need to be watching it. It's very easy to overglue your print and completely destroy it. So once we're done with this, we'll let you guys put them into the dies, and we'll get an ALS out just to show you guys how they look underneath. You can compare and contrast the two solutions, and then I think we'll take your greasy prints then and put them in and let you guys actually dust those, or if you guys want, you can just dust one of the 3 prints that are on your microscope slides and expose the other one to one of the solutions. The one thing you just have to watch out for is overgluing your print, because there's been numerous times where I've done it. I know Carrie and Lauren talked about that they've done it before, so it's just something you want to watch out for. Carrie and Lauren are actually going to talk to you guys about vacuum gluing. You can't overglue with this process. A lot of labs don't have it. Like the lab I worked in this summer in Washington, D.C. didn't have it. They were still stuck on the whole supergluing technology of just heating up the cyanoacrylate instead of actually using different conditions to control everything. You guys won't really use this during the crime scene, but if you ever want to come in and fiddle with it, it's something good to know how to use. So, Carrie, if you want to...
The thing about vacuum is there's a lot of pressure, so you wouldn't want to put like cans in there.
The backing one you can let go for as long as you want, so just do it until your test print develops.
This rhodamine, it's a fluorescent dye that'll dye the fingerprint, and then we'll be able to see it under the ALS.